Okay, it is happening. It is Sunday night. We have tomorrow, Monday to go through, and then Tuesday morning, I believe, is when I'm moving out of here for a year and a half, 2 years. Who knows, 2.5 years. However long this construction project takes to happen at my current place. These things always get delayed or take longer than they tell you it's going to take. So, just another reason why I know I made the right decision moving. I have not touched this cabinet. I've spent all weekend on and off packing boxes. I finally just had somebody get me some boxes, and of course this friend of mine said, you know, you should do this. I mean, I think more than one friend of mine actually said that. Oh my God, that will not be moving with me. That's melted. Ew. No, that's not moving with me. That's going in the trash. Yeah, that will not be moving with me. This, on the other hand, might be... That's better. That's a lot better. I think I had a few people say, pack and like start the process now. And silly me, I really didn't pay much attention to them. That, what am I going to do with that? I don't want to necessarily leave it here for whoever has this apartment to end up with. But I don't even know where I got it, let alone, well, that's when you get rid of it, I guess. I'd been advised to go ahead and pack early, but silly me, I didn't do it. And now I've kind of been working all weekend on it, kind of on and off. Yes, I have a moving company, and I think I was kind of figuring, well, the moving company, the relocation team, they're on my side here. They'll help me out. But the closer it got to the time, the more I realized, you know, there's some wisdom in what this one friend of mine had said, maybe the other friend too. I don't even remember who said what. I just know that it's true. As you prepare to move and you're boxing up all your belongings, you are not necessarily going to remember which box you put what in, especially when you got 200 boxes that all look, feel, are pretty much the same. You got 2,000 boxes, they all pretty much look the same. You've got to write what's in them. Take paper and a pencil, or in my case, take Braille paper or stuff to make Braille labels with, and where am I going to put these? I'm trying to pack and talk to you at the same time, and I'm not doing a very good job at it. That's not going to fit in this pocket I'm thinking about putting it in, is it? You know what? First of all, let's get a zipper bag to put these things in. Number two, that pocket isn't where it's going to go. So you're going to have all of these boxes. They look the same, feel the same. Their contents are completely different. And when you get to the new house or apartment, you're going to look at all of these stacks of boxes around you and think, what the hell did I put in what box? This is why, whether you're using print or Braille, it's a good idea to create labels, put them on the boxes. Don't just write kitchen, bedroom, bathroom, bedroom, closet. Write like kitchen, pots and pans, bedroom, like whatever you had in the bedroom that you packed up in that box. Like, give give yourself as much information as possible in your labels, so that when you have these big bunches of boxes, you can actually look at them and know, oh, okay, this is where I put this is where I put that. There are going to be some things that I will just leave for the moving company, and there are going to be some things that I don't care as much about. But the things that I do know that I'm for sure going to want to find, I want to be the one to pack, because if I let the moving company pack it, first of all, a moving company full of people who are not Braille readers are not going to know how to create Braille labels. And my one friend that has been helping me get these boxes and stuff seems to think that they are not going to necessarily be interested in giving me time to create the Braille labels. Where am I going to put this? I guess I'll have to put it in. I keep opening these pockets of my backpack that I'm carrying around things that I don't want to, like, not have access to. And every pocket except that one just wasn't big enough for it. Okay, so he seems to think that the moving company might not allow me the time to write Braille labels on things and, like, make sure that things are organized. So I'm like, okay, let me do as much of this as I can before the moving company gets here, especially with things that I want to be sure that it's like, it's in one of these boxes. I mean, I actually went through this last time I did a temporary move. My apartment building flooded, and it was an emergency, like, we have to get you out of here. Get the stuff that you know that you're going to need, and then everything else, we're going to have to get a moving company in to pack it up, get it out of here, so that we can do what needs to be done in your apartment. Well, they packed it all up, and of course, me finding anything was not necessarily possible. And that wasn't, of course, this was pretty well planned because they knew this was coming. That was an emergency. They called in the, like, moving company, just come in, do what you got to do quickly, whatever. And we were up against the clock with the end of it. My relatives that I was staying with were going out of town, and I really couldn't stay with them any longer. So they got my place set up again just in time, but the moving company just did a quick job of get this stuff back in here. They just kind of threw it in the middle of the apartment, and my poor relatives had to spend the whole day trying to get stuff back the way it used to be. We've been assured that that will not happen with this move. First of all, for sure that will not happen with this move, because most of my stuff that I really care about, I've packed it myself. And I've written Braille labels on those boxes that says, this is the room it goes in, and this is kind of an idea of what's in it. So even if I didn't necessarily write everything I put in every box, at least I had some idea of what's where. And with the moving company, again, I don't expect to be able to label those boxes. It'd be nice if I could, but I don't know if I will or won't be able to. That's why, like I said, the more it matters to me, the more I'm like, let me be the one to pack it. I'm going to put a Braille label on it. So that's what I've been working on all weekend. The moving company and the relocation agent is coming over tomorrow. And hopefully I will be able to meet with somebody down at the management office and sign this darn paperwork and get an updated rent. If you remember from the last video, I wanted to get that taken care of, couldn't. And I want to get this taken care of.
Thank you for calling.
And of course I get that. apartment building you're about to move out of. This is Martha. Hey, Martha, it's Ann in 327. I know we finally got that paperwork back, and I was wondering if we could get this taken care of finally. Yes. You can come down right now if you'd like. Awesome. I'll be right there. Perfect. See you in a second. That's all I want to do. Whatever happened to the days when you actually got the phone ringing and a person answering on the other line? That never got taken care of. So now I've got to deal with it tomorrow, or I don't know when we're going to deal with it. Because I'm pretty sure I'm out of here first thing Tuesday morning. Unless there's a delay or something. It'll all work out. It'll all work out. Is there anything worse than the constant beep, beep, beep of a smoke detector with a dying battery? Oh, God. There is one of those, I don't know if it's like right next door or what, but if I get close enough to this door or standing out in the hall, I just hear that, and it just, oh my God. That ever happens in my apartment, and I'm calling maintenance like stat. And I will say, look, I think the battery in the smoke detector needs to be changed. Please come fix it as quickly as possible. I am not going to live with this noise for days on end. I'm sure for some people it's just, you don't even hear it. But for me, I don't know if I have like an extra heightened sense of hearing because of blindness. I mean, some people believe that when you're blind you do have a heightened sense of hearing, but I mean, maybe it's true, maybe it's not, but I sure am more sensitive to sounds than probably some people, and there's something about that even nanosecond long beep a smoke detector with a dying battery. It's like, switch out the battery in that thing already. Thank God it is next door. Like I said, if it was my apartment, I would call maintenance or have somebody help me fill out a work form like now. Alright, so I had a brief conversation with somebody on the relocation team, and basically the takeaways from that is the movers are going to come any minute, and I'm asking the wrong person on the relocation team about the place I'm moving to. This person has never been there. This person says, that's a question to ask my boss. I said, okay, well, when your boss gets here, can you please make sure we talk? So that's where that information is going to come from. And in the meantime, production's going to start here any minute. Well, flexibility is the name of the game. You know, the me from even 2 or 3 years ago probably wouldn't have taken this as well as I'm taking it right now. The relocation team came back and said, okay, the movers, we had a miscommunication with scheduling and they can't be here until tomorrow. So we're still moving you tomorrow, but it's going to be later in the day before you get there. Well, okay, we'll make that work. I'm off work both tomorrow and Wednesday. And if I have to, I may just have to text my boss at the last minute. I don't like to text her at the last minute. But I may just have to say, you know, I'm not going to make it in. You know, the plan is for me to go to work on Thursday. If there are some kind of extenuating circumstances with the move, and I have to text her and say, you know I'm out of PTO. I'll take an unpaid day. I'm not going to make it in today. I have the option of doing that, I'm sure. I don't know that the company would smile on that, and I certainly don't want to do that, but I guess I'm saying that to prove that if circumstances happen that are outside of my control and our control, being pissed about it and getting freaked out about it isn't gonna, it's natural for me and anyone else, but that's not gonna change anything. All we can do is just say, well, shit happens. Okay. Now what? Well, Now what is, I've asked the relocation team to bring me maybe some more boxes so I can take on doing some more packing. I can pack, and the moving company can show up tomorrow, and there can be boxes like all over everywhere, brailled, prepared to go. And, you know, even if I don't pack up everything, I will have packed up most things, and they'll be able to move things, even if they move things to the wrong rooms because they can't read my braille labels. Well, I will take care of that. Of course, big things that I can't move, well, I'll just have to say to them, this is where this should be, this is where that should be. Or I thought there was talk of them taking pictures of, obviously with boxes, I can read the braille and I can tell them where to put things, or they can just put boxes, you know, where they put them, and I'll read the box and say, okay, well, this box doesn't even belong out here. This is where it goes, and take, you know, especially if it's light enough, I might even be able to take it where it goes or nudge it where it goes. If I get brave, I might put some footage in here of how today has gone. Whatever my train of thought was before the relocation team members came back around, I have lost it. But the bottom line is, nothing that we thought was going to happen today is really happening today. The apartment manager is still not in. The relocation team was told by some of the people that live here that the apartment manager isn't going to be here today. The one relocation team member said they'll be in first thing tomorrow morning. I'm like, and I'm moving out last thing tomorrow morning. It's like, this is seriously waiting until the last possible minute to get taken care of. And I told the relocation team the situation, and the relocation team supervisor, well, not the supervisor of the whole team, but I guess the senior member of the team that I'm dealing with right now, said, I will contact the regional apartment manager and see if there's anything that we can do given the fact that you are moving tomorrow. I'm like, yeah, because the time to deal with this is ticking down. You know, I mean, more and more and more. I mean, if I have to juggle doing the final bit of packing with the moving company's assistance and getting this taken care of, then I will. Or if I absolutely must, I suppose I can go to my new apartment and say, look, we have some unfinished business over at the old apartment, and we never got that paperwork signed. Can you have them send what they have, and can we finalize it here? I don't want it to come to that, but I have no control over it either. So I don't know if you're about to hear whatever I have the guts to put up here from today, or if the next thing you hear will be tomorrow, but that's probably all that's going to happen today as far as, I mean, I've got more boxes, and I'm going to try to pack up some more. I'm still probably going to leave like dishes for the moving company. I could pack them myself, but I just let them deal with it. Anyway, I will either insert like a montage in here of what happened today, a montage of me dealing with what happened today. As I've said in other videos, I'm willing to hear all of my voice as you would want to hear. No one else's voice is coming on to these vlogs. I don't know how people have the courage to do that. So yeah, I might put a montage on here of just what I did, if only to, like, if you've never moved before, if it's been a long time since you've moved and now you're facing moving, you've actually got someone to help you, what questions do you even ask? I might show you what I asked and what I did, or some of what I asked and did. Or I might just lose my nerve and we'll go into tomorrow. Either way, I think it's safe to say that this is probably the longest vlog, or one of the longest vlogs, you are going to get from me, or you ever have gotten from me, certainly up to this point. Again, now that I've paid for Tunes to Tube, I'm allowed to have as long as hour-long videos, and with this moving vlog, we might just actually get there. What is the security situation at home? Is it like here where you connect a land phone to... I've never been there either, and I mean there's a lot I don't know, but I don't know much of anything about it. And what's the plan? Do you know what the plan is as far as, am I going to be allowed to keep these keys with the idea that I'm going to be moving back here, or am I going to need to turn these in? Do you know if the apartment manager's in the office today, or if she is in today, I would have liked to see her on Friday, and either she wasn't in or she was for like briefly, and I never connected with her. And if we don't deal with this, I'm going to move out with this unresolved, and I'd really like to not do that. If in fact I do have to turn in my keys, I will need assistance getting my keys off of the ever so stiff, ever so secure, but ever so difficult keychain. Yes, thank you. Are you going to be the one, or are you expected to be the one that will like follow behind the Uber? So then maybe you're the one that I will tell them that, you know, being totally blind, I really, you know, connecting with transportation is kind of a thing that kind of causes me some anxiety. I guess you'd be the one ordering the Uber, or somebody from your team would be, if you could possibly like wait out there with me, and like you're the one that can see the Uber, you know, you could make sure that we connect and just meet me when we get there, and just thank you. Are you saying the whole thing's going to move to Wednesday? So the pre-packing and moving would all happen on Tuesday. Okay. Well, I don't know what choice we have. Okay, and I mean, I've actually got some questions. What is the security situation over here? We have a thing where somebody punches in the security system. My phone rings over here. I have a land phone connected to my line that actually isn't connected to a CenturyLink line or anything. It's just connected to the security system, and I buzz them in. Is that the situation over there? Okay, it's just like this. Okay, let's see, security. It might be better here, because instead of me trying to direct them, well, leave this here, I'm going to want it, don't move this until tomorrow. Move this now. I mean, there's no tomorrow to wait for anymore. Just, you know, move everything safely and carefully. You know, whether it's the moving company or the relocation team, let's get things, so it sounds like I might be moving in a little bit later than expected, because it's going to be first thing in the morning before the moving company even gets here. Okay, I did a lot of like packing. I didn't do as much taping up. Should I be focusing on like taping stuff up? The reason I'm concerned about packing, I mean, some things I'm going to leave for the moving company, but a good mover probably writes on the box not only what room it goes in, but like what's actually in it. And for a blind person, that means doing that in Braille. And the moving company's not going to know how to do that. I don't expect either of you to know how to do that. I need to be the one to write Braille labels for boxes. And the best way for me to do that is for me to pack, you know, to be the one to pack them. A friend of mine went and got a whole bunch of boxes, and I just kind of got on it this weekend. But if there's not going to be any moving company assistance today, I probably should take on maybe doing, you know, at least a little more. Can I maybe get some more boxes? What all questions? Oh, I guess you would know the official answer to this question. The understanding is that I would turn in my keys and then be given new keys. Is that correct? Yeah. Right. I've got a keychain that I can't split apart, which is good. That means keys aren't falling off my keychain, but it also means if I want to change the keys, put different keys on, take keys off, I can't do that myself. Okay, all right. Okay, so, and that's probably not going to happen until the afternoon, though, because of how things have fallen into place. I will let the person who wants to kind of be on standby in case I want her help know that she can probably, if she wants to plan on doing something in the morning, go right ahead, because it's probably going to be noon or later before I hit. Okay. This is literally waiting until the last possible minute to get taken care of. Well, I'm gonna just level with you guys. I mean, it's not necessarily a relocation issue, but I'm gonna tell you about it. Due to delays and issues, whatever all was going on, the update that was supposed to happen in November has still not happened. Due to delays, it was like last Wednesday or last Thursday before the apartment manager finally got the information she needed to shore up that paperwork. I would like to sign that paperwork before I move it. At the rate we're going, it's literally going to happen 2 hours before I walk out this door. That's why I'm so concerned about meeting with her before I walk out of here. I can't wait anymore. Looks like a lot of details might end up waiting until tomorrow to work out. I'm going to want to try to resolve that even if I have to do it at the 11th hour, which is sounding like I might have to if the apartment manager's just out today. Thank you. Even though that was not terribly long, I was kind of surprised that when I edited a bunch of stuff that I wasn't comfortable letting you hear out, how short it actually was. But I think I'm going to stop this vlog now, no matter how long it might be or short it might be, and we'll go on to moving vlog part 2 tomorrow. I don't know how much of that I'll be comfortable to record. I don't know if it'll be a sit-down video at the end of the day where I talk about it all. I don't know what it's going to look like, but I know that that's probably the next video I'm going to submit, publish, post, whatever the right term is. Thank you for listening, watching, whatever you call what you just did, and I will talk to you in the next video. I kind of like that outro. It says a lot more than... It doesn't tell you everything I'm promoting, but it's an easy, simple outro, and it says what I have to say. Thank you for watching or listening or doing whatever you want to call what you just did, and I'll talk to you in the next video. It is that. I am talking to you. There's a lot you're not getting in my videos, but what you are getting is me talking to you. So, thanks for watching / listening, and I'll talk to you in the next video. Bye.